Hey guys, welcome today on the show, episode number 13 of the Hold On to Your Butts podcast. We have our E3 2017 predictions. That's right. The gang and I are going to go through all of our predictions for Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. That's all on today's Hold On to Your Butts. Sit back, crack open a cold one, and enjoy the Hold On to Your Butts podcast, episode number 13.
Hold on to your butt.
Feel like that's what we normally do. Way louder. Oh, everyone's muted. Okay, welcome to the Hold On to Your Butts podcast.
Look at that spike.
Episode number 13, guys. Episode number 13. We made it to the lucky number 13.
And it's not Friday.
It is not Friday unless you're listening to this on Friday, which is most likely by the time we get done editing it and getting it up, it'll be Friday. But we'll see. Am I peaking really bad? I'm sorry that I'm yelling at all of you so hard right now. We're just so excited. E3 is right around the corner. Today's show, you guys, is going to be all things E3, what we're looking forward to, a couple of other little trinkets, too. I want to go over some of our favorite E3 memories, or some of the stuff that we remember most fondly about E3, game reveals, stuff like that. But most importantly, we're going to get into some predictions today, and predictions about what we think we're going to see from each of the developers at E3. Not the developers necessarily, but from each press conference. Microsoft's, Sony's, the Nintendo Treehouse, I think is what they call it. Is that it?
They do like a director. And they
have a Nintendo Direct, that's right, yeah. So they're never actually at the show. They're too good for that. That's fine.
The show, they just do their booths. They just don't do their official presentation.
And we'll do some PC, but obviously PC doesn't have a huge amount of presence at E3. But they are there a bit. And our resident PC expert, Mr. Wyatt, will talk about that a bit. But before we get into those predictions, guys. How are you guys last week? I didn't see you, Blev and Buddy, last week. Wyatt and I were in sunny Mexico
Rub it in, man.
For a family vacation. It was a good time. We had a nice time. A lot of margaritas by the pool. A lot of guacamole.
My girlfriend broke an entire bottle of tequila in my bag at the airport.
Ooh.
In your bag?
Yeah.
Shots fired. That actually was terrible. So shout out to the Cancun airport, which is the worst airport I've ever been to in my entire life.
Bro,
really?
Did you see her do it? Because I was not there, but that bottle was wrapped in clothing and bubble wrap. So did she rock bottom my bag or something on the ground? What did she do? I don't even know.
I heard that it was you that slammed it
Ooh.
down. This is
Uh-oh.
She's downstairs.
She's here. Should we get her?
Now.
Go get her.
Go get her.
Go get her. Yeah, go get her. Go get her. Oh,
this is gonna be good. This is gonna get juicy.
Woo, woo.
Welcome back, everyone.
But honestly, I will say that airport was the most frustrating travel experience that I've ever. Okay, so we get there. We leave the resort at 5:50. 5:50. Okay, wait, hold on. We gotta segue real quick. So there's something I need to ask you, Kirsten. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. Kirsten, Wyatt's girlfriend. Kirsten, how you doing?
Good.
You get closer to the mic. They're just like right up in it. Right
up
in it. It's
all up in the mic.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
So I just want to interview you about something real quick because we just heard one story about the Cancun airport that I just want to either confirm or deny from you. So Wyatt is saying that you slammed his bag down, and he was impressed that that it was wrapped in bubble wrap and T-shirts, and somehow you rock bottomed his bag so hard that it broke the tequila bottle. Because I heard a different story from you, and I just want to get to the bottom of it.
No. So you know Wyatt, right? You've known him forever. He's
He's
the least gentle person in the world.
The least gentle person.
That says his girlfriend.
Yes. So
he beats me on the rig.
No. So he realized that he had to check in. And so he immediately just slumps his bag off his shoulder, lets it drop to the ground.
Like a disappointing Charlie Brown kind of moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to check in.
See it.
Drops his backpack and goes. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll just get your bag. So I pick it up, and I'm literally thinking, like, damn, this lady behind me reeks of tequila.
Oh, no.
And I was like, somebody's going hard this morning. And I was judging her really hard until I
It was like
noticed...
5:30 or 6:30 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah.
Until I noticed that tequila was dripping down my leg and all over my suitcase. And I was like, that jerk. A, he put it on the bottom of his bag, which is stupid. Anybody that packs a suitcase knows you don't put glass on the bottom of your bag.
Dang.
Wow.
Double shots. Shots fired.
So they bubble wrapped it for you.
What I'm saying is I hate him.
Okay.
Alright, so just to be clear, this is the first, but also last time you were ever speak on the podcast. You are done.
So okay.
You're welcome for inviting me, Wyatt.
To be clear, Wyatt's story is it was safely wrapped and packaged in bubble wrap and wrapped in t-shirts in the middle of his bag.
One layer. She's making sure she hits that.
And he gave it to you, and you, upon receiving the bag, just said, "Fuck this bag," and just slammed it on the ground.
Yep, that sounds accurate.
If I had to be an unbiased judge in this whole thing, I would say Kirsten's story is just a hair more believable. just maybe a hair.
All I know is we almost ended the vacation with the two of us breaking up at that moment.
Oh, that would have
We almost started
in a-
the vacation that way, too.
in a tequila-soaked sadness.
So was it just your clothes in that bag?
Yeah, but then the other thing is she's like, well, now you don't need to check it. And I was like, it reeks of tequila now. I'm not taking that onto the plane.
To come back through customs. So did you buy anything in Mexico? Nope.
Just soaked in my clothes. Don't worry about it.
New topic.
All right. Thank you, Kirsten,
Yep.
for clearing that up. That's I think we've come to the bottom of it there.
We figured it out.
The bottom of the bag, if you
We
will.
have our answer.
All right. So, but overall, yeah, the Cancun airport, just the slowest thing. We leave our resort at 5:50.
So is this coming back or going?
Coming back.
Okay.
And we leave our resort at 5:50. It's about an hour shuttle ride. Shout out to our shuttle driver, though. Dude drove fast. Oh, but remember when we got in the shuttle? So we get in the shuttle, and it stops at a couple other resorts on the way, but we had 4 people, and only 3 more people could fit in the shuttle. So we stop at one more resort and pick up this really hungover group of guys.
Oh, my
and they
God.
get in, and they get in the back, and we're just pulling out. Pulling out of their resort. And the guy goes in the front seat, who leans over to talk to the guy who's sitting behind me and my wife. And he's like, "Are you going to make it, dude, or not? Are you going to make it or not?" And the guy's like, "I'm going to make it. I'll be fine." And then the other guy's like, "Yeah, my buddy drank too much last night, man. He's feeling like he's got a hurl." So he's right behind me. And I'm
my
just like, I
God.
sit up in my seat and I'm like, "Motherfucker, if you puke on me." And it was an hour ride. I knew it was
Yeah.
going to be an hour ride, and it just started. So the whole time, it's like I'm riding in front of this fucking Jack in the Box. Like at any moment, it's just going to hurl all over
spew
me.
all over you.
It was the most tense car ride ever. Every bump we hit, I wasn't hungover, it didn't feel sick, but every bump we hit, I was like, that would make me puke.
You're just waiting, counting down the
I'll be
minutes.
fine. Even the driver kind of pulled over for a second, but then kept going.
Yeah.
He was just waiting for that, air horn.
And they put him in the most inopportune spot. They
Very
put him in the
back.
back
very, very
corner
back.
of the van.
Right
Not
where
in
the
front
tire
seat
is.
or anything. Oh god, it was so awful. And then we get to the airport, and our flight's at 11:30, and we get there at 6. And we only have, by the time we're done with everything, security and everything, we have a half an hour before we get on our flight. That's
Holy
how long
shit.
it took to get through
You got
security.
there at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, it took 3 hours, no joke, to
Yeah.
get through security.
Did you
Our
Through
flight was at
customs
11.
and all?
Our flight was at 11. I mean, but leaving Mexico customs is super fast. You just kind of hand them your paperwork from when you
Like your
arrive.
passport and everything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they just glance
like,
at
"Good
that's
luck."
you. Goodbye.
They're like, thank
Yeah.
God you're leaving.
Yeah, it's super fast. But we got there. We left at 6:50 a.m. and our flight was at 11.
Was it straight from Mexico to here?
Surprisingly,
To Columbus?
Yeah, it was surprisingly
Oh,
straight
nice.
back.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a plus.
It was a good time. I mean, we had a blast at the resort and stuff. It's by the end, you're ready to go home. It's an all you can eat, all you can drink. So you're loving it the first 4 or 5 days, and then the last couple days, you're fighting hangovers and food hangovers, and you're just like, all right, it's time to go be part of society again.
You have to drink a lot of bottled water too.
Yeah, they
that's
have all
probably the
bottled
most-
water.
You're also running out of drinks to order. You're like, I'll just have a Captain and Coke. I don't even know
Exactly.
what fancy drink.
Can
to
I just
order.
get a water, please?
Yeah.
That is funny, actually. If you track all of our drink orders anytime, I'll get a rum runner, pina colada, iceberg with a twist of lemon, a mud slide, a chunky monkey.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, you're just give me a fucking I don't know, a rum and coke. I don't know, just I'm not gonna drink just Coke. Obviously, it's still free booze. I have to
Yeah.
force this down.
I have to get my money's worth.
Yeah. Oh. It was a good time, though. Honestly,
That's
a great
cool,
time.
Glad you had a good time.
But I missed you guys. I missed the show, and I'm sorry to our listeners. You can expect a new show, if you didn't know, from the Hold On To Your Butts crew here every week on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, however you get your podcasts. Unless it's Stitcher, we're still trying to figure that one out. But mostly the other ones are available, and you can download and listen to the crew here dissect the hottest gaming news. And each and every week we will give out a free video game to anyone who emails us a question, scenario topic, anything like that. We will give you a digital download for a game.
What's the email?
With the email, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. It is, I'm going to get it right on the first try.
Here we go.
HOTYB.
Every time. It is geeks, GEEKS at HOTYB.co. That's HOTYB.co. That is the, the acronym for
Domain?
hold on to your butts, if you will.
What news
if you
we
just want
got?
to talk to us, let us know. Let us know who your main is in Overwatch. I don't care. Just let us know. Hopefully it's not Hanzo, you little bastards.
Actually, Junkrat is worse.
Junkrat, yeah.
You can't play a game without Junkrat.
You guys-
Somebody's got.
Do you have it for PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation. Do we play? Do you
no,
have it for
I'm
PlayStation?
about to buy it.
Oh, get it, dude.
It's
Oh,
like
so fun.
it was free this past weekend,
Oh, yeah, it was for Memorial
It
Day.
was
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
free.
You
It
should
was so
get
free.
a PlayStation.
but you could only play it, and then you had to like actually buy the game. It's like a tester.
Buddy, would you consider getting a PlayStation 4 still?
Eventually, but I think I'm still occupied with the Switch right
He's
now.
no, he's gonna hold out for like the pristine, like maybe PS7, 8.
PS.
Just wait until they get it just right.
Just
you know?
right, maybe.
Just waiting for them to
Maybe
knock
once I
out all the
retire.
kinks.
Buddy,
Hey,
where-
but by the way, buddy, so what do you think is going to happen around E3 for Nintendo?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the E3 section of the show. We're going to go through each and every developer and talk about what we think is going to happen for each. And Blev has kicked us off for the Nintendo conference. Buddy, what do you think we're going to see?
Ooh, I think a lot of things. I think the biggest thing we're going to see, and probably what we could talk about, is Super Mario Odyssey. Because they basically said, yeah, you're going to see it. I bet you it'll be playable on the floor, too, which would be pretty cool.
Do you think it'll be playable on the floor?
I think that
Yeah.
the way they're hyping it up, yeah, the way that everything that I've read, yeah, I feel like
I think
there's
that
going to be a
will be
playable game.
one of the best, if not the best, Mario game. It looks absolutely amazing. If you guys out there have not seen gameplay footage of that or trailers or anything, it looks amazing. Kind of like to its roots. Like, I don't know if the main, back in 64 days, the main area was the castle and you go through pictures to get to worlds. So it looks like there's a lot of different worlds you can go through. I'm not sure what the main area is, but it looks like it might be the city.
Yeah.
And so you go around, I don't know if it's New York City or just some random city, but you go around and you're Mario in a real, Grand Theft Auto, but kind of goofier. And then you jump and you go into a jungle area, ice area. It just looks awesome.
Grand Theft Auto needs to make a Mario mod.
I'm surprised there's not one. Well, they probably
Probably can't.
Well,
Maybe
it's
I don't know.
a mod's
it's
a mod.
Yeah.
They can't. I mean, that's what other people do. But
Yeah.
I don't know what you thought, buddy. But I just think it might be the best Mario game since Super Mario. What came out for the Wii?
For the Wii was Galaxy.
Galaxy. I mean,
Yeah.
Galaxy was good, but
I'm just glad they're going back to more of the sandbox style rather
Yeah.
than a level by level progression. Even Galaxy and Galaxy 2, they're great games, but they were really linear.
Yeah.
This one seems more exploratory, and that's really exciting, I think.
I think. Do you think? I saw Bowser in it, so it looks like it's old school Bowser. I don't know.
Bowser, there's some evil rabbit things. The hat's
Yeah.
alive now. What's that all about? I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's going to be the simple Peach is captured or if they're going to go with Super Mario Sunshine was a little different where they had. I mean, Peach was captured, but Bowser kind of tricked his son thinking that Peach was her father, which is a little domestic weird thing going on, but that had a slightly different thing. But I absolutely cannot wait for it. What else do you think's going on?
I think we'll get more information about Splatoon 2, I think, because that comes out the month after E3. So
That's definitely gonna be playable.
What do you, do we really think it's Splatoon 2? To me, for every report that I've heard, it's really just sort of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and not necessarily Splatoon 2. I think there's a couple new maps, but most of it's recycled. Does that sound familiar to you at all?
no.
You think it's a true sequel?
I think there's some maps that are recycled, but there's a whole new single-player campaign.
For what game again?
They're adding modes.
I thought it was more of just a multiplayer game. I thought that's what the purpose of that game was.
It is, but actually Splatoon, the original one, has
Oh,
one
Platoon.
of the best... Oh, sorry, yeah, Splatoon. Has one of the best single-player campaigns I've played, because it really teaches you how to play the game, and it's got a really, really fun final boss, too. So
I liked the idea of the original Splatoon, and
So
I had it.
what is
for,
Splatoon?
It's Nintendo shooter.
Oh, okay.
Ultimately, it's that one where you squirt paint all over